What would an intro be if we decided to do one?
I don't know, but probably we ain't gonna do it right.
Just be like Plastic-Craptastic, whatever the fuck, and just be done with it.
Welcome to the Plastic-Craptastic Podcast. If you don't like it, we don't give a shit. We're fucking around. You do better. Do your own thing. I don't care.
It feels a lot like the Nature Cast right now.
Nature Cast?
Nature Cast because we're outside.
Yeah. So, what are you up to?
Nothing much. Went to the dentist today.
The dentist?
The dentist,
Okay.
yeah. They decided to poke at my gums with one of those metal thingies.
Poke at your ass with a metal thing?
I think I would have had a lot more fun with it if I did. I would have ended up spitting up less blood and just dealt with the anal fissure.
Maybe you did go to the proctologist.
Like, I was sitting there staring at the light, and I was wondering the entire time, like, looking up at the hook end. If she was like, she already dropped the mirror on my shirt plate thing they go ahead and wrap around her neck.
Too bad it wouldn't, like, drop her tits on your forehead or something.
I wish,
yeah.
But she had, like, alright, I kept looking up at that thing, like, thinking she's gonna drop that, too. And,
dropping panties.
just sits on my face, like, I just sitting there, it's like, got the
best checkup ever.
I got the hose hanging out of my mouth, like, on the side, like, and all of a sudden she just goes, it's like, alright, now we're gonna go for the vaginal exam, and all of a sudden it's like, boo, like,
now
muff right in my face. Ugh.
Yeah, that ain't making it on the air.
It should.
I don't know, are we gonna put this shit on YouTube or what?
I think so, or else we'll have to, like, find somewhere to host it, and, like, iTunes is, I heard...
Fuck iTunes.
It could be an RSS feed, and fart it.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with iTunes, none of that shit. Not unless we're getting some fucking bread.
Yeah, it usually is just like, you're gonna feed our algorithm, and that's pretty much it. It just shows on whether or not you're on the first page, or...
Yeah, fuck that.
I heard that there's, like, an acceptance process that you have to go through with that shit, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, like, fucking bend over and let them sniff your ass or something, or...
I don't know if it's just, like, to make sure that it's not just a spam podcast thing. And
Spam.
I don't see
what if it is what if you had spam collectors? People that collect spam cans through the ages, original spam, collect keys. You know, they got
Spam
petrified
keys?
fucking spam from World War II, dug out of a trench.
Petrified spam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it, it's a tree, or
it's
wood or shit.
A true spam cast. It's about fucking spam. What the hell?
I was thinking about,
what are they going to call it? The Potted Meat Channel? I mean, come on.
If you were to say, like, spam cast to me, I think, and spam collectors, I think it's like people that took screenshots of pop-ups with, like, Trojan horse viruses.
Yeah, But you know, somewhere there's a dork. There is a dork that fucking collects spam. You know it. And
yet again, which definition of spam? The tasty,
the fucking meat,
blended meat product?
Yes. Yes.
I got, like, back into eating spam, I think, when I was, like, in high school or some shit, and, like, I just tried to eat it with a spoon once, and it was the grossest decision I had ever made. Like,
just pick it up and gnaw it like a fucking apple. You know what I mean? Just mouthful of fucking death and preservatives, you know? Them
Polynesian island people, I know they can do that. Like,
pray to them. They get down and, like, worship the fucking cans.
The cans of golden spam, like them and the pineapples.
Ain't that a sad concept? Think about it. That was their manna.
The spam?
Yes. They thought that the fucking people come down from the airplanes, give them all this shit. They were gods. Spam was their fucking manna. Spam, chocolate bars like Hershey's, and fucking Coca-Cola. That was manna from heaven. That's fucking terrible, man.
I couldn't imagine you walking around in my grass. Well, you gotta think, you're walking around in your grass skirt all day. You're pretty much living on coconuts and sugarcane, just sucking on the end of them. And then one day, from the sky, comes this magical metal bird god dragon thing that, like, sits there and shits out food.
Just a conveyor belt of fucking just snack cakes and fucking Twinkies and Cheetos and...
Good thing Sally Field didn't get to it, or else...
Yeah.
Like all them starving kids in Africa.
Yeah, Jabba would have fucking took it all. But you know they landed. You know they landed. It was some shit like the fucking coming over here and fucking with Indians.
Yeah.
So, oh, you want Cheetos? You want this? You want Slim Jim? Bring us all your gold and your horse.
Could you imagine if, like, we had Slim Jims, but, like, Christopher Columbus and them came over? Like, there'd be a whole rich and Indian Slim Jim war.
They're fighting over the Slim Jim forest. You know, there's like 12-foot Slim Jims.
The great spicy Slim Jim forest of Northern California.
They got one carved out. You can drive a car through it.
It's still saturated fat. Like if you're lucky enough, it'll drop down the windshield of your car and you won't wreck.
Oh Lord! It's got them big fucking nasty fucking pink hot dogs, you know, snack links hanging from it.
Oh,
yeah.
Them little weenies, little cocktail weenies you put in the
Vienies.
barbecue sauce. No, I'm talking about like the little expensive bastards, like about $20 for like a wad of them.
Yeah. Dude,
Ugh.
you ought to go places like fucking out west and, you know, there's places. They don't know what fucking Vienies are. I swear to God, I had to explain what a Viennese was.
I don't think I could ever go to a place where they didn't know what Viennese sausage was.
Finally, yeah, one guy, he understood what the hell I'm talking about. He was like, a Vienna?
Yeah, Viennese, motherfucker.
I didn't say shit about Vienna. I said Viennese, dumb fuck.
You dumb son of a bitch, what you don't know?
Don't speak proper fucking Southern English. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you went outside instantly and started brewing up pine cone liquor in front of everybody.
That's right.
Shooting off a 12 gauge.
Fucking the inner tube in the shed. Well, yeah, yeah. Let's see how this sounds, man. I'll play back some of this.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, let's try again. Work some magic.
Work some magic. Yeah.
Speaking of magic, I had a long sit and think today about random wizardry because I was being a jackass and playing Lego Lord of the Rings. It's
video games.
Is Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Is Gandalf the Lego version?
Yeah.
And I kind of sat back and realized that Lego making those sets are stealing away child's imaginations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I was
Wasn't
like,
the first thing you used to do as a kid? You would get the little Lego set. You open it up and you look at the shit you're supposed to build. Here's the pictures. You might build it the first time.
Yeah.
And then that fucking piece of paper.
Yeah, it was in the box to be buried by all the Lego bricks, and like
if it stayed in the box, it usually went in the fucking shit can.
I had a big red bin of Mega Bloks when I was a kid. No instructions, no fucking anything, and like random Lego.
You needed instructions for Mega Bloks.
I was not that bright of a child. But I remember I had like a Lego car set that forever, and I guess like all the Lego car set and like a Lego base got mixed in the big Mega Bloks bucket.
Oh God!
And
it's fucking anarchy right there, man.
I remember like used to take the big old bucket of Mega Bloks, dump all out, pick out the Lego pieces, put all the Mega Bloks back in the Mega Bloks bin, and like build whatever I was going to on the Lego set. Yeah. And I always end up like building the same house, but I always got pissed off because I didn't have like matching colors of things. And so every time I made a house, like it was like yellow, green, red, blue.
I used to be anal about that, man. I wanted all my colors, you know.
Yeah.
The red's here, the black's there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The fucking and the yellows just had to get the hell out of the way.
It was like when people when kids used to mix the flavors of Play-Doh.
Oh God, dude. That used to drive me insane.
Oh, God.
I can remember freaking out in kindergarten. I mean, like, going completely OCD over blue and white mixed together.
Yeah.
It was wrong. It was just fucking wrong.
I remember being in preschool, or Head Start, or whatever the fuck they called it, and there was this girl, and she was making, like, a snowman out of, I think it was green, and she got, like, specks of blue mixed in it. And it was the most, because I remember, like, I took the block of Lego, or not Lego, but the Play-Doh next time was, like, pick. Playtime was over by the time I got done picking, like, half that shit out.
Spent all your fucking playtime just freaking
Being
out.
OCD, yeah.
Shit, I used to sit and do sand paintings. I used to go outside and, like, rub bricks together to get the sand and shit out of them.
Yeah.
Take mortar, and I'd grind all that shit up. get the different color sands, and I would do these big, intricate fucking pictures. And it was sort of cool, man. Other kids respected it. I'd come back the next day, and them fucking sand pictures would still be there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can see footmarks all the way around them, but it's like they didn't run through them.
Yeah.
It was kind of neat, you know?
Oh, I never got too artsy-fartsy.
I wasn't artsy-fartsy. I didn't want to play with the other kids.
I remember, like, it was the big metal fucking tall slide there when you went there.
Yeah.
All right. I remember every day
when when it used to be in the park.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. But I remember every day that fucker would heat up, and like jackasses, we would go one right after the other riding down the slide. Ah!
Yeah.
Like, it sauteed our asses, like, on the way down. If you go to add a little bit of mushroom butter on that shit, and we just slid down it. And
that would have been awesome. Just butter the whole fucking slide. Go find, like, you know,
butter shorts.
300-pound Big Timmy. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God. There were some kids. There was a pretty big kid. Like, I was a pretty big fat kid when I went to kindergarten. And,
no.
There was a kid, I think he was even bigger than me. I won't say his name. We became friends, like, near the end of school. And I haven't seen him for fucking ever, but I always remember the shape of his head. And, like,
this is focus on.
Yeah, this is like, he had the most amazing shaped head that I'd ever seen. And the way that he always had his hair cut, it was kind of curly, you know?
Yeah.
His head looked exactly like a tater tot. Because he had that perfectly, like, cylinder around head.
Do you think that's like a category in phrenology?
Yeah, it must be. Like,
tater tot head.
Tater tot. Like we went back, Ancient Man, and, like, they were picking through skulls, and they just, like, found this one that was, like, flat in the chin and, like, flat on the top of the head, and they're like, we will name him Cro-Magnon Tot.
Australia Toticus. Oh, Lord. Okay, tell me about Tater Tot.
I remember he always used to get in trouble for the stupidest shit because, like, kids used to tattle on him. And the first thing that I ever remember him getting tattled on about was yelling out when it was the first time the kindergarten teacher ever went out of the room to go and do something, and there was no aides in there. He said, "Hey, girls."
The room had aides.
Yeah. The room at least had one aide. It had a single aide. It wasn't full blown AIDS.
It was you had an HIV.
Yeah, we had an HIV.
Yeah.
But I remember clearly him standing up and him yelling, "Hey girls, let's all have sex."
In 5th grade.
In fucking
kindergarten.
Yeah. Like, in 5th grade, I'd be like everyone would just snicker it off and be like, ha 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 ha. But this was a fucking 5-year-old standing up declaring that we were to have sex.
You can't blame Tater Tot for trying. I mean, fuck, you know? Maybe that's what's wrong with his head.
Yeah. It was all full of porn, and so I just, like...
it warped his head all fucked up.
I think that was the same year I watched that... The same day I sit there and I watched that girl take the green crayon and grind it against her teeth.
Ugh.
And just, like, sit there and lick the crayon chunks off of her front teeth.
Fucking cheese grater.
Yeah.
Her teeth was all green and fucked up.
She was sitting there just sucking away on it. I'm like... I had a revelation. It's like, I am not fucking stupid. Like, at that moment, I was like, I'm not fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have my version of it.
Yeah.
Jesus, God, they put me in a room full of fucking monkeys. I mean, literally, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like I was just down at the Overton Park Zoo down here in Memphis, you know? Holy fuck, you just locked me in the damn chimp cage.
Holy shit. Someone's jackassing it again.
Yeah, they're hauling ass. You can always keep waiting to hear it, like, crunch.
Yeah.
And then just, ow.
I haven't seen that many accidents in my life. Like, I don't think I've ever driven by anything serious that
I have.
That I can remember.
I have. I tell you this, you will never forget the smell of burnt flesh. You won't.
The worst thing I ever did, like burning myself wise, is I was back when I was smoking and was still an idiot at it.
Mm-hmm.
I was filling up my Sippo, and I guess I had spilt an excessive amount of fucking lighter fluid on the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And I went to light it to go ahead and test it, and the back of my hand all lit up. And sitting there, fucking like flames going fucking everywhere. Eventually, I slapped it out.
Yeah.
But I had no hair like left on my hand at all, and it was just like that. That's the smoothest shave I've ever had in my life.
Memphis haircut.
Ugh. I don't see how they do it.
I've watched it done, but
I couldn't stand that smell.
Back when I was in school, we had this one boy. That boy, he was just not right. The boy was not right.
It's not even 6 a.m. yet, and that boy ain't right.
Oh my God, the boy was wrong. I mean, just something was not fucking connected in that kid's head. And I remember we was in like 6th grade, and I want to say he was in 5th or something. I can't remember exactly. We walk in the damn bathroom, me and my buddies, right? And this is no joke. We hear like a disturbance in the stall.
A disturbance in the forest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it disturbed the hell out of the forest. But we look down. Yeah, there's feet there. What the hell's going on in here, you know?
Yeah.
Buddy of mine, he pushed that damn stall door open. That kid was sitting there. He didn't have no shirt on. Okay? And I am not joking. He was covered with nut. From his dick to his chin. Nut. Like, you know?
Yeah. Go ahead and, like, he beat the bishop in the bathroom.
Oh, he beat the hell out of it. All over himself. All right? And we were like, what in the fuck, man? You know? Some of the other older kids had told him that he could grow hair on his chest if he rubbed spunk all over his chest. No shit.
So he fucking bought it and went ahead and jerked off in the school bathroom.
Yeah.
You would figure, like, if you had half a brain cell, that you would go home and, like, rub spunk on your chest, not try it at school.
I was just afraid, what if it wasn't his?
Like if he went around, like instead of gathering up pubes, he gathered fucking spunk from everybody.
He's a principal, you know, as soon as we walked in, he was scurrying up through the fucking ceiling tile or something.
Oh,
imagine?
God.
When I was, I want to say a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
All right. We were in the locker room, and we heard some noise in the coach's office next door.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, there'd been a window in between the locker room and the coach's office that had been spray painted black.
Yeah. It was still spray painted black when I went there.
Yeah, but what makes you wonder, what the hell is the window for?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there was these stickers that had been little basketball stickers and shit, you know, and they'd spray painted over them. Well, we grabbed one of them stickers and peeled that sticker off.
Yeah.
You can see right through that window. Here's this guy we knew. He was just tearing this chick's ass up. I mean, just hitting it, boy's hitting it. Right there in the coach's office.
Yeah.
Everybody's snickering, everybody's laughing, you know. We sit and watch that shit for a good 20 minutes, you know. Finally, all that was done. Found out about an hour later. My cousin, he come up to me. He's laughing. He was just hee-hawing, all right? He's like, you're not going to believe what happened to fucking Mike. What? So we had to go in the coach's office, get some shit. So Mike leaned over, put his hand on the back of the chair, leaned over the desk, get something. All of a sudden, he jumped up, looked at his hand. What the fuck? Somebody spunked all over the fucking chair.
Oh.
He went running through the fucking gym, like holding his hand like it was contaminated. You know what I mean? Screaming through the fucking gym. Did it in front of an entire PE class.
I don't think I've ever had spunk on myself at school. That's something I can honestly say.
No?
I've never had spunk
Had
on
a handful
myself.
of pussy juice several times, but
I was never that lucky. So I was like, that was the kind of shit that didn't happen to me in high school. Like, it was either like I'm miserable today or meh, I can't wait till I go home. Like that was the mix between my two emotions when I was in school.
oh yeah, that was mine. But then there was a few times. Oh yeah, I finger fucked the shit out of this one girl in this classroom one time. Jesus, I thought dude. I reached up, I think I reached up and hugged her fucking heart.
Yeah.
You know? She was just all into it.
I watched two dudes finger one chick in the middle of a class once. Yep.
Wow.
They were both. They weren't trying to girlily slap each other's hands out of the way. They were just both kind of tag teaming it at once. Yeah.
No, sir.
That's the kind of shit that you don't want to touch.
No. Who the fuck decides? Hey, let's fucking share.
Yeah.
Take turns, motherfucker.
Yeah, like
you know?
like ride the train. Apparently, like there's so many fucking rumors in my high school. Like we were like to give you an idea of how I guess boring things were or are around here now. There were 23 girls pregnant 1 year in my school.
How many people?
400 total.
Good God.
So that was actually like a pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
Of.
That's like what? 4%?
Yeah. Of an entire school population was pregnant at once.
It's actually higher if you split it. You know, you figure half of them can't get fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
God damn, that's 8%. That's almost 1 in 10.
Yep. There was at least like I at least had 2 classes out of 4 each day that had at least a pregnant girl in them.
Well, you're looking at it the wrong way. You had a bunch of bitches in that high school putting out.
Yeah, yeah, but I wasn't getting any.
Oh my God.
I wasn't getting any of that.
Oh my God.
It's because like even then I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. I don't. To me, it's just like...
If it falls in your lap, it falls in your lap, you know?
But if it's a colossal waste of time and money, then I'm not going to put any effort into it whatsoever.
It's always a colossal waste of time and money. And then you're stuck with this bitch like a souvenir bat. You know what I mean? From a fucking ballpark or something.
I got it signed. Oh, fucking great. Whatever.
I can't put this shit on eBay. Ain't nobody going to buy this.
Yeah. It doesn't say... It's not like the shirts I got that just have Colt Cabana and a smiley face with a tongue sticking out of them.
Well, here we go with the fucking wrestling.
I can't help like loving Colt Cabana. It's just something that's mandatory.
Fucking pulling your pud watching Raw.
Oh my God. Even if I try now, I don't think I could like.
You can't get it up.
I couldn't get it up. Like I would watch, like even the Divas matches. They're supposed to be like these really attractive women.
They're not.
They are. They are these really attractive. Well, now they are. They are these really.
One word. China.
Yeah. No, she's not there anymore.
That's my point. That's my point. Not attractive.
But they hire these girls that have no wrestling background or talent whatsoever.
Just jugs.
Yeah, it's just tits. It's just tits and skimpy outfits and jumping around the ring and like jiggling as much as possible.
The TNA matinee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't watch it and be attracted to it at the same time because it's so awful. It like sets off my wrestling nerd rage, and like I can't be angry and have it up at the same time. It's just like two conflicting emotions. Like I want to do it, and it's so bad.
Nothing beats midget wrestling. Except for maybe midget girls.
Midget girl wrestling.
That would be awesome.
Don't break out into I Love Little Girls.
Insert Bongo Bongo here.
We don't want to get sued, so insert nothing there.
Like we're making any money.
They're like
people will pay us maybe just to turn this shit off.
Fucking Sony BMI or whoever the fuck is gonna like come down on our head and be like, yeah, you used a song that was almost 30 years old that was probably about pedophilia in your audio podcast. It's gonna be on a video site.
Yeah. Well, you know the secret of dealing with any lawyer?
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I did not know that. It'll never happen again. We'll remove the offending whatever the fuck.
Yeah, just take it, cut it out, and put it out. Yeah.
And then you release it in torrents as whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah. Wherever the fuck .jpg.
The lost episode, you know.
Whatever the fuck .jpg. Nope .jpg.
Yeah, that one doesn't go on air either because we don't want to get sued.
Oh
me.
I think it'd be funny if I got like a subpoena or a summons or some shit, like whatever that says that you got sued.
Oh God!
All I would do was like I would turn around to the back of the paperwork, say you can't get blood from a stone, and then write on the front, Mueller's return to sender, and like put it back in the mail.
Well,
Just like have them read that and be like,
well, it's
fuck
like the
off.
whole thing. If you know that they're going to throw you out or they're going to do something, I mean, you know you got some legal papers coming.
Yeah.
Don't open them.
Yeah.
Refuse to accept them.
Yeah.
And just as soon as the guy says, I need you to sign for this, go, nope, I refuse to accept it.
It's like
If you refuse a summons, you haven't been summoned.
that senator from Arizona, the one that got shot in the head. All right.
A bucket of worms right there.
Yeah, I don't want to bring up that part of the political shit, but she does have a good point over mortgages, which I think was the reason why she was. Which I really did think that was the reason she was kind of sought after, if like people believe in that kind of shit. And she was in front of Congress, remarking about like the recession and shit in the housing bubble, and she said plainly that if you do not have a lawyer that has his finger on that mortgage, then the bank can't take anything from you.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You know what she says now? Poop my pants.
Boop the pants and alright, we got it. It's a wrap. She's got a metal plate in her head. Someone stuck a magnet to it. I just leveled up.
Scrambled her ass like an old VCR tape.
She's not even actually talking anymore. They just got a marionette worker like at the top, and someone's got her fist up her ass like fucking make her talk.
Oh, like the president.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
or any political figurehead for that matter.
Yeah. They're all fucking jumping jacks with a stick up their ass.
Shocking!
Well, this is the most terrible podcast ever.
Oh, that's the name of it. That's what it should be called. Most terrible podcast ever.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen to this.
What are we doing again?
The Giggle Cast. Oh my god.
Yeah, we ought to try this sometime with drunk.
Oh god. If we could get everything to work while we're drunk.
And then we get into politics and start screaming.
And fucking slurring. Like, yeah. When we got drunk the other night, that was... I plainly remember, and I did this again sober yesterday when I came over. But I every time I went to go take a piss in your bathroom, I put my hand on the wall to kind of stable myself so I could pee. I did the exact same thing when I was sober, and I was just like, I just started doing that. That's something new. Stop it.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I've only done that when I'm like really drunk.
Put your hand on something.
Yeah. Reach out and have to hold myself.
Like if it's a really long piss, like I'm having to pour liquid out of myself, like where you like have to lean over to try to get it all out.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout, piss in my pants.
Is what I'm about.
Then I count a potato.
Shiggity. Oh, 1 potato, 2 potato, shiggity.
Oh, me. Alright, movies. Okay, I want to confront you on something.
Oh, God, here we go.
When it comes to movies, old movies, I want you to state for the record, I want you to talk your shit about the never-ending story.
About how it is a...
Talk that shit.
It is a waste of fucking time. And spoiler alert, the horse dies.
Continue.
Falcor likes little boys.
Continue.
It should have just been the kid should open up the book and be like, "Hey, I saved the princess." Like, he should have wrote over the entire thing, just like, "Hey, I saved the princess. She's hot. I banged her D," and then gone over and like scribbled out all the lines were about, or just like poured whiteout on each page and like saved us like a 3.5 hour movie of me being bored and playing with wanting to play with Pokemans instead.
Okay. Okay, now let me explain why you're wrong. You're a dumbass test tube baby, and you have no soul. None. You don't have a soul.
I've pretty much accepted that I don't have a soul. The flying spaghetti monster has touched me with his noodly appendage.
Fucking English language, man. Yeah. Okay. Plainly put, the movie's fucking awesome. All right.
If you're like in between the ages of 5 and 11, yes.
At 5 and 80, if you have a soul.
Or if you have a soul and I guess like a bunch of time to waste that you can like be infatuated with something like fucking boring. Like it takes forever. Like the best part of that movie is the goddamn racing snail. And that like happens at the beginning. Yeah,
it is. The racing snail is fucking awesome.
You have to fucking trust me on that part. It's the racing snail and then like whatever robot chicken did to make fun of it. That's the best things that came out of Never-Ending Story. Like Atreyu, whatever the fuck his name is.
Atreyu,
like,
yes.
Yeah, he can go make me a sandwich for all I care. If I was the emperor, like he needs to stop wearing that Native American horse shit and drinking Listerine on Sunday and just go dig his horse out of the swamp. Try not to eat it and don't let Falcor touch him.
I can't even explain why you're such an ass on this. I can't. You're just wrong.
I know.
You're just fucking wrong. Just so wrong.
I can't watch shit and enjoy it anymore.
I'm gonna...
I can't. Like,
I got Clockwork Orange your ass. You know what I mean?
Just like
duct tape your fucking eyes open.
Are you gonna make me watch Wizard of Oz too, for that matter?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes. God. Wizard of Oz. Damn right.
Just as long as it's not the new one.
Oh God, that's
because I seen I think it was that 5-minute section of it, and then like the ending scene that you showed me, and I was like, oh, so Jackie is high, and she's now a witch.
Yeah, let me go into that. Total bullshit. What the fuck? The Wicked Witch is not supposed to be hot. I'm sorry. No, hot Jackie does not fucking work.
Hot Jackie.
Oh, hot Jackie. Yes.
Hot Jackie.
Oh, I'd fuck the hell out
Oh
of
my
that.
God, that one movie, I don't remember her
Just
name.
being honest.
Yeah. But that one movie where Hot Donna's in it, and like she's got boobs, and she's making out with that other girl.
Nice.
Very nice. Like that's the only reason why to watch that movie. Like the rest of it just seems like a douchebag's tale. Like if Disney was to like have
There's the name of a movie.
A douchebag's tale.
A douchebag's tale. It's all done in like central fucking part of New Jersey, you know.
Hey yo, it's Long Island Story instead of West Side Story. Do a fucking musical of Long Island. Hey yo, I got a singing shit. Hey, you want to rumble? I'll kick your ass. Long Island Story.
Terrible.
That is another one of the musicals that you can like and still be a man. Like it's like
which
West Side Story.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it has fighting in it and Puerto Ricans.
Oh, that fucking stage dance fighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's still fucking entertaining.
It's entertaining, but Jesus, it's entertaining.
It's like Romeo and Juliet for the 50s. Like you do have to give it that.
Yeah.
And anything that is Rocky Horror Picture Show related.
Oh yes.
Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two things that you can get away with, of being a musical, liking them, and still being able to be call yourself a straight man. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Remember the story, kind of the one of the lessons taught in Rocky Horror, though. The more you expose yourself to that shit, the more likely it is to corrupt you.
Yeah. I
mean, that was the whole point of it, you know.
I kind of like the that fucking scene in I can't remember the name of the sequel to it of the man mowing his lawn, and you know exactly what song I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Rocky Horror 2?
Yeah.
What's the name of that? Fuck, I've got it in the house.
Yeah, you know exactly the scene that I'm talking about where he's like, or maggots. And,
oh yeah, faggots or maggots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. You need to sit and watch that whole movie.
I need to, instead of just like the musical clips from it.
That'd be a good one to follow. Maybe like Rocky Horror or something. You know.
Yeah.
This ain't something we're gonna put in. I don't think. Cut this shit out.
Yeah.
But you think of a good film, something that kind of like one of your favorite films of all times. It's not really something people like, or it's just your particular quirk.
Something that's not really something people like. Oh God, Oh, Howard the Duck is not liked by very many people. Not like Howard the Duck.
Oh, Howard's fucking great.
Oh shit.
Just pick some.
I like Idiocracy. That's not very much talked about. That's not talked about. It needs to be talked about more. Like more people should like that movie.
Idiocracy needs to be shown in schools.
Yeah.
It really should.
It's kind of like it is a very good warning. And it's done in that comedy style. I don't know if it should exactly be shown in school, maybe, but like maybe to a senior class where they can watch it like butt fuckers uncensored. Like,
see, that's the thing. I don't think they should censor it from any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm sorry, and people can bitch all they want, but if your 5-year-old can't handle the word butt fucker, something's wrong with you.
Yeah. It's that whole nanny state thing. It's like we can't expose our kids to anything that's wrong. And,
yeah.
And I just think it's a colossal word of shit. That's like going over to Venus de Gallo and wrapping the top part in duct tape because you don't want little kids to see your boobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or in the museums where they would hang the fucking fig leaf over the statues.
Yeah. That's complete sacrilege to me. Like you should deal with it.
I don't know though. There was a scene I saw from an old candid camera one time that was great. They put this like, I can't remember what it was, David or something, really nice statue up, and they hung this really shitty like cloth fucking fig leaf in front of it.
I think I've seen this episode actually.
Yeah. And this old lady, she comes up to it and pulls it, like peeps under it, and gets the biggest fucking grin. I was like, "You go, Grandma."
I think I do remember seeing that, but it was like on super late night television. There was like these two like college age girls that came up to it and did the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I saw that. It must have been 1980, 81, and it was a repeat then.
Yeah. Everything is a repeat of a repeat of a repeat.
Yeah, every post is a repost. Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of movies that people don't really like that I do. It's hard to fucking think of things like.
Yeah, I know when you kind of put yourself on the spot.
Yeah, I like The Watchmen, and that takes a lot of shit. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. The Watchmen was really fucking great.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the best movie.
It's not the worst either.
It
shouldn't have gotten as much shit as it did. Like, they tried to condense a series of comic books into a movie.
Yeah. It really should have been a series of movies.
Yeah.
It should have been at least, 3?
Yeah, if they should have done it into a trilogy. But if you're going to do it for that matter, they might as well have done the same thing for V for Vendetta.
Oh, yeah. Vendetta should have been about four movies long.
But I like how they did have those differences in between the two. Like, you do end up with two stories that are very similar, but like it shows kind of in different details and paints V in a very different light. Mm-hmm. In the movie V for Vendetta, you know that V is very much the good guy.
Yeah, and in the comics, you didn't quite know.
No, like you have to read it from several different viewpoints. Like, is V the good guy or the bad guy? Is Evie good or bad, or easily manipulated? Is the detective the fucking good guy in it? And the government wanting to take care of their people better? Or
I think they wanted you to look at it as a like perspective viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because if you was in the government or you was a dumbass that follows what they were doing, you would think of him as just the worst fucking terrorist villain ever.
Yeah. And I think that's what they should do with like Batman. Instead of like painting him as the hero all the time, they really need to make him complex. Make people actually give a shit about him.
I don't give a shit at all about Batman.
It's so hard to me. But if they were to make him like not be a whiny playboy billionaire with an alcohol problem and that pops pills, and actually make him more like a human being.
Well, what comes across, when I think Batman, what I think of is the 1960s campy fucking TV show.
Running with the bomb over his head.
Yeah, or fucking dangling with a fucking shark off his foot, from the helicopter.
Yeah, he's got the shark repellent on.
Or the fucking 70s comics, where there was the ads in the back, where he's like saving the fucking Hostess cupcakes from the fucking Joker or whatever.
That Joker was so shitty.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The 60s cartoon Joker is probably the worst like Joker that you can ever think of. Like Heath Ledger did a really good Joker.
He didn't do the best. Though.
He didn't do a Jack Nicholson Joker.
No, God no.
But I do like the way that he played that part.
He wasn't a fucking Cesar Romero either.
Yeah.
Fucking so lazy. He just painted over the fucking mustache, you know?
Yeah. Can you imagine if Charles Bronson is the Joker? It's like, so, Batman,
Click clack.
got a death wish?
Clint Eastwood is the Joker.
Clint Eastwood is Wolverine. So, punk. So, bub. Do you feel lucky? Schling.
That would actually have worked.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. He'd be hanging out with the Beast and calling him Clyde.
Yeah.
Shit. They're driving a pickup truck. Right turn, Beast.
God.
If you had to pick, what do you think the best movie ever made is?
Well, first off, it had to be a Stanley Kubrick movie.
Okay.
And it had to be Full Metal Jacket.
The best ever? Really?
Yeah, I really do believe that Full Metal Jacket does have the potential to be the best movie ever. I'm not going to go out and be like all avant-garde and say, be like the, or
don't be using them big $20 words.
Yeah.
This is, I'm sure, going to be a fucking dollar and change fucking group of people listening, alright?
Not to insult anybody, but...
yeah, well, I don't give a fuck.
But, not to go along with the mainstream, I'm not going to say fucking, the movie Howard Hughes. Not Howard Hughes. God damn it. Fucking Rosebud, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out there and like say Citizen Kane is the best movie of all time. Cause
No.
that's like number one on the top 100 movies list.
Yeah, well, it's in there. I mean, it's a damn good
12
flick.
Angry Men is extremely good too. But I think if I had to watch a movie over, like, if there was such a place as hell and I had to choose my favorite movie to watch over and over again, I think I could watch Full Metal Jacket over and over again and not be bored. Like, that's a really big sticking point for me in movies, is not being bored during them.
Well, here's the thing. Full Metal Jacket's 2 movies.
It's like 2 or 3.
It's at least 2. At least 2. But I'm going to admit, towards the end, the boredom kind of slips in a little.
I don't think it does. Like,
I mean, there's the tension, but it's just... Look at the front of the movie, and I know it's unintentional comedy, you know what I mean? You know, you got the gunny yelling and screaming at people, and dude, even though it's a serious situation, you're laughing your fucking ass off.
I wasn't the first time I watched it.
Really?
I did not laugh.
I howled like a monkey.
I didn't because, like, I guess I have girly feelings. I have more girly feelings than you do.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And, like, I was actually, like, I did feel that slight concern, and I do know what it's like to be the fat kid getting ribbed, like fucking, Gomer Pyle was.
Trust me, being the skinny kid getting ribbed ain't no better.
Yeah, but I did feel for Gomer Pyle, and when he snapped like that, and I was like, oh shit, here comes the tension part, and...
I was opposite of that, kinda. Gomer pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I mean...
I can see where...
I honestly think I would have been one of the people with the fucking sock.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was society, like, Stanley Kubrick, the genius he was trying to paint a picture of society at that moment. It was, here is the weakest link of it. Yeah. And it got stepped on, and stepped on, and stepped on, and stepped on, until finally it got pissed off and took out its main source of aggression.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the dregs have always been the poor schmucks fighting wars. They always are.
Yeah.
You know? But, I don't know. What I hated about Gomer Pyle was the fact that he was fucking Gomer Pyle.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I had no sympathy for him, because if you're that fucking stupid, what the fuck are you doing still alive?
Yeah.
And I know that sounds evil, but it's just, goddamn, you know? I mean, it's like nobody had ever fucked with this guy up until that point. Straighten your shit out, you know?
That's probably what it was like. And I think it was also kind of like, this is the youth of America. What Stanley Kubrick was pointing at that moment, too, because that movie was made in 1990, 91, around that time.
Yeah, somewhere up through there.
Yeah, and it was...
Maybe 89, somewhere around
there.
there.
And it was at the part where kids were very, I am the me generation now, me.
Oh, yeah.
And so, maybe Kubrick saw in his kids that were coming up, like, that they were kind of being lazy-fied. Like, men weren't being men. And maybe that's what his inspiration for Gomer Pyle was.
Gotcha. Yeah, when you kind of look at all the other people that was there, like in the training, you had a little cross section of everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When a Gomer Pyle shot himself, I was just like, good.
I actually wanted to see
the fucking gene pool.
I wanted to see what when I first saw it, I thought they were going to show him in combat and like get killed in that.
Yeah, and I was surprised when he shot Gunny.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it. What I expected was going to happen was like Gunny was going to like break his fucking jaw and stick that gun up his ass.
Yeah.
And he'd end up fucking walking around with a gun in his ass, cleaning the bathroom with a toothbrush.
Yeah.
But like I said, the movie seems to be split in two. And the last part, I don't know, it slowed down. It really slows down in the later part.
I will probably take a ton of shit for it, and I don't really care. This is my opinion. You can go blow me. But the Lord of the Rings trilogy, especially the first movie, has a lot of bore. To me, it does. To me, it has a lot of that bore factor, and it's supposed to symbolize that how long the journey is.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be in the book. It was, I think, like 15 years, damn near it.
Yeah,
10 or 15 years before when Frodo was told about the ring, and he actually got off his ass to go get rid of it.
Yeah, it feels very rushed. Like they go from the scene of paddling down the river and between the two statues to Boromir dying from the orcs.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's like boom that quick, and
well, yeah, but you're also talking about you're watching the theatrical cut.
Yeah. I watch the theatrical.
You got to watch the full thing,
But even that, like I seen Fellowship of the Ring full cut the first time I seen it. I seen the director's cut. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they should have broken. It should have been like 9 movies, at least 6.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
And I don't give a fuck. Like people gave The Hobbit a lot of shit. They said, why did this movie need to be made? And I'm like, because it's The Hobbit. It's the prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
What's the fucking mountain got to be climbed?
Yeah,
it's fucking there,
man. Yeah. And
which is ass backward because The Hobbit is a damn good movie.
Yeah, The Hobbit's fucking amazing.
But as a book, not as good as the trilogy. Really, sit down and read the book.
Yeah. I can see that because I like how The Hobbit's more classic fantasy. Like where the Lord of the Rings, it takes all these built up characters and places and already has this epic laid out for it and it just make it even more grand.
Yeah, he just blew air into it and inflated it.
Yeah. Where I like how it felt like Bilbo Baggins was going around in a very unexplored world to him with these dwarves. And maybe it's because I like dwarves a lot.
Well, yeah.
which is because
you
I
fucking look like a dwarf.
Yeah. I am a giant dwarf.
He is, folks. He really is.
Yeah. But
carries an axe and everything. It's fucking crazy. Can't tell you the number of times we got fucking stopped over that. It's just fucking nuts.
We driving a minivan with an axe on my back, like fucking pulled over by the cops. Cops was like, do you have any sharp objects? You'll buy my axe.
Vans pulled by horses,
Oh god, sitting up on top of it. Yeah, I could really see. Oh god, that'd be the worst way to be pulled over. That or sitting in my mail Jeep.
Yeah.
And being on the wrong side of it and end up talking to the cop in a British accent.
You know what I always wanted to see?
What?
An Amish traffic stop. You imagine?
Like being stopped by another horse and buggy, or being stopped by like
even worse.
like I'm like, whoa there, Jebediah, you have to slow down in this area, or else I'm going to write you a speeding ticket.
Clop, 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 clop.
Bite to me.
Up thine.
It just it's going faster. Jebediah
catcheth me, bitcheth.
Just that around the back, just gives him the middle finger.
What would an Amish shootout be like?
Would it be he who cast the first stone?
Yeah, oh god, it's horrible. Would they shoot at each other like fucking slingshots,
They use
throwing quilts at each other.
They use that fucking sling David did against Goliath. It's full of cheese or butter.
Big old roll of cheese. Clocks a horse.
Oh god. So what are you gonna go out there and do today, Jebediah? I don't know. I'm gonna butter the horse.
Butter the horse.
Butter the horse.
Oh, Lord.
Ugh. That's like going out to the shed with dinner, dude.
Yes, it is. But not as fun.
No.
No, butter dinner tube. Now, that's some fun.
Oh, God. What is that? I hate to steal lines from other shows, but the episode of Family Guy was on where Lois was teaching sex ed, and Peter's line of whatever happened to letting kids discover it themselves like I did with a can of Crisco and a shot glass.
When I was in school, we went on this class trip. We went to Nashville to, I can't remember what all, this museum and all this other bullshit. But there was this fucking boy I went to school with. He didn't
beat it and rub it on his chest, did he?
No, he didn't beat it and rub it on his chest or nothing. But anyway, this idiot, he had to piss in a bottle. All right, you know he's on the bus, got to piss in the bottle.
Too.
Yeah. All of a sudden we hear, oh no! The little fucker got his dick caught in the bottle. And what was sad is that his mother come over and was trying to get the bottle off his pecker.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
Did he exchange schools after this?
No.
Oh my God.
No, the dumbass is still around here in this town.
Oh my God.
What was sad is that his mom, she said, has anybody got something sharp? She had to poke a hole in the side of this plastic bottle to let the air out. I was laughing so hard. I remember falling out of the fucking bus seat, right? Into the floor, leaning up against the wall of the bus. Damn near pissing my pants fucking
just
laughing.
Irate.
Oh my God, it was fucking great. The girls, man, they fucked with him about that for years.
My pissing in a bottle story is probably not as funny. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
We were in theater class of all fucking things, and instead of like this kid that had to go piss was kind of a prick as it was, so like none of the teachers liked him. So instead of being let to go to the bathroom, he took a Gatorade bottle with him every day, and like once he chugged the Gatorade as fast as he could. Because he had
chugging the piss, I guess.
Yeah. so he could empty it out and like pee in it, and he had this girl that sat next to him every day, and I remember like I sit there and I slightly turn around just to see what she was doing, and she was actually like glancing over, fucking watching him pee in the bucket or pee in the fucking Gatorade bottle.
Well, I guess you want to see some dick.
I guess so, but just watching Dick piss.
The boy missed his fucking opportunity.
Yeah, probably. Like just.
I had a chick one time. I went to take a piss, and she come into the bathroom, and I shit you not, leaned around me. And she said, "Can I?" I'm like, "Can you what?" She reached out, grabbed my fucking dick. She said, "Now pee." Do you know how difficult it is to piss with somebody else holding your dick?
I can't say I do. I know how difficult it is to pee when someone else is in the bathroom. Like for me, it's like especially if it's not that hard in public restroom. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But I was sitting there taking a piss, and just a girl fucking walked in and like started brushing her teeth. And like the fucking stream died, and I was like, how long are you gonna be? A couple minutes to brush my teeth. I'm like, can you do that out there? It's like, what? I've seen your cock before. I'm like, but it's weird. It's so fucking alien. It's so alien.
I can see where that could bug you. I mean, it don't really bother me. I mean, Lord knows when I was growing up, my fucking dad didn't give a rat's ass. I'm trying to take a shit, Dad. Well, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's my fucking bathroom.
My house.
Yeah. My house. Until you turn 18, your ass is mine anyway.
Yeah.
You know? I don't give a damn.
Makes me think of Friday when the dad was talking about, like, your ass better be out of his house. That's why I roll around here naked with your mama. Dick be flying one way, balls be going the other. Dick dust going back and forth, my balls be going like this.
You know, think about something. Speaking of Friday, the movie Friday.
Yes.
Ever since that movie come out, every black movie,
has been retellings of Friday.
It is.
Or or like a super fucking like something to do with like overly with relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Friday with a slightly different plot, or it's a relationship comedy.
Well, what was that movie fucking Janet Jackson did way the hell back? Do you remember the one they're driving around like in the postal truck? The van?
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the movie.
I think I watched a piece of it.
Forever since I've even remotely seen anything about it.
Another shit movie. Here's another one. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This movie is utter shit. Do the Right Thing. Hated it. Fucking despised that fucking movie.
I don't think I've seen it.
Don't bother. Do not fucking bother. It's just stupid.
One that I didn't like, that to me, even as a kid and with girly feelings like I have, one that I didn't like was Pay It Forward.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck no.
Like, I can imagine like all the girls in my class were watching like guidance counseling.
Oh.
Yeah. It was either that or Air Bud, and I'd much rather watch that retarded golden retriever bounce a basketball off its face.
Yeah. You just love to see somebody
boom.
If I say bounce a basketball off its face.
Can you imagine like how much that dog had to sneeze like after every taking? Like how many cuts they had to because the dog was sneezing?
Fucking blood running out.
Yeah,
of his nose.
like that movie should have been like shat all over by PETA just for the dog bouncing the basketball off his nose.
And they only made like 400 of the
fucking
things.
I think they're still going on now, but like with Great Pyrenees and Christmas.
Jesus
like
Christ.
Santa Puppies was like like no shit. This was the
they
name
made
of
a movie
called
Santa Puppies.
Santa Puppies or some shit like that. Like I'm not over exaggerating the name.
Oh my god.
It's on that same level, and it's like these Great Pyrenees that talk with these kids' voices, and like they digital over the.
But yet they're adult animals, right?
No, they're
all puppies.
They're all puppies.
They're all puppies. Okay.
Yeah, and they digital over all their mouths and make it look like they're talking. And I'm like, why don't you just like shove some peanut butter up on his mouth and like Mr.
Was it
Ed.
like Conan? You remember they used to superimpose the fucking mouth?
It wasn't that bad. Like, but you could sit there and tell it's like, why the fuck did they even bother with this? Like
Well,
that
why
should
the
have.
fuck are you bothering to watch it?
I didn't. I seen commercials.
Oh, commercials.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't help like watching advertisements because like
I ain't watching no advertisements. You know I avoid TV.
Yeah. The only reason like I watch television now is pretty much Adult Swim. Like Adult Swim and like background noise during the day. That's it.
I don't even want the background noise. I'll turn the fucking radio on, listen to a podcast or something.
Well, that's what I've started doing too. But
yeah,
just fucking whack off the TV or play video games or whatever.
Whack off the TV.
Not whack off to it. Whack the TV off.
Wait. The TV off, huh? You're over yanking on the cord.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you like this shit?
Better signal. Come on, Dish Network.
Come on, Skinamax.
Maybe I'll get some scrambled porn if I'm lucky.
Scrambled porn
in this day and age.
Oh my god.
I remember. You
used to watch scrambled porn, didn't you?
I did not. I did not used to watch scrambled porn.
We'd go out and turn the fucking satellite dish until it wasn't scrambled no more.
I had a friend, and when I just like after I found my pecker, who had a hacked.
You lost it. You had to find it.
Yeah, I had to find it again.
Yeah,
because like you're born with it lost, and then eventually you find it again.
Detachable penis.
Yeah,
fucking had it stored back.
Fucking Sam Kinison.
Yeah, you put it in a fucking cabinet and forgot about it. You had a girlfriend and she just kept it in her fucking purse.
Oh, God. Oh. But, he had one of those hacked out, satellite cards. Mm-hmm. And I remember every time I used to go over to his house, for some reason, he always like, hey, man, you want to watch porn? And being the fucking perv that I was at this age, I was like, yeah, sure. So we'd always watch like Skinamax or some shit, not going to the fucking hardcore channels. I don't know why.
Softcore shit.
Yeah, we watched instead of watching hardcore porn, we sit there and we watch fucking softcore.
Jesus. I remember carrying this fuck tape to school one time. I was going to my buddy's house, you know.
Yeah.
It was a fucking Taboo, like Taboo 4 or some shit. I can't even remember where the fuck I got it. I remember I picked it up trading or something. I was like maybe, I don't know, fucking freshman.
Now, tell me how expensive porn was back then. How expensive it was.
That I couldn't tell you. I never bought porn.
Yeah, but it had to be pretty fucking expensive. Like a fuck tape must have been like what,
yeah, you had to go somewhere.
$30.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah. You had to go somewhere and get it, like a big city, or had to mail order that shit.
Yeah.
To a catalog. Heaven forbid the fucking postman saw you getting that catalog. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to send shit like that in fucking brown paper wrappers.
And everybody knew what it was. Like they say it's discreet, but like everybody knows. Like if you're gonna go out and buy like
what's this address? Fucking Suck Industries.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, if you're gonna go out there and buy a mechanical super dildo fuck 5000, and it comes in this big fucking brown paper bag wrapped box, and it's left on your porch, I think everybody and their neighbor is gonna fucking know like. You got something extremely fucking wrong.
6-foot tower of power just sitting there on the fucking porch waiting for you to come home.
Can you
fucking flopping in the wind.
Can you imagine like that guy that like is super ecstatic after he buys it? Like he's at work that day and be like he's looking at the calendar and like he's got it all X'd off. And he's got like it's
waiting on it.
Tower of Power written on it. And he gets home and he's like, eee! He goes in, he fucking scoops it, and looks around, like all like sinister like, and like kicks his door open, gives his wife the finger, like goes to the bathroom and locks it for like 3.5 hours. He carries over the
threshold like a bride.
Yeah. Or oh my god, or those people that like mail order those real dolls, like how they must feel.
I don't think they have souls.
Oh
they have no
God.
soul. They're empty on the inside.
That's so fucking weird. Like, I out of curiosity's sake, I went to the site just to see what they're about and how much they cost. It's like the price of a car, like a new. What is it? It's like the price of a fucking car.
Even worse. I looked that site up too. I went to it just what the fuck, you know. Have you looked at the part of the site? I don't even know if it's still there. This might be from fucking 3 years ago. Where they're repairing the damage?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. They're where you can send in like the part, and you get like extra parts, like different eyeballs and shit to put in them, and like
creepy, and
different like you the way you can take off their eyeballs. I sit there and I looked up the process.
Yeah.
Okay. You know shit. You got to take off their hair, right? And you have to find the skin seam. And fucking peel it back with your fucking fingertips, and it'll be like pop, 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 pop out of all the holes.
It's like reprogramming the fucking Terminator.
Yeah, and fucking dig in there and pull out its eyeballs, and it's like on these like fucking sockets. You can like you can like move the eyeball around their head like for more realism, I guess, or something.
Was it got like finger holes in the back of the skull? You know, you
fucking
pull on them.
No, like
they're animatronic. You know,
it'd be so fucking weird to me. But like, if you talk about the Uncanny Valley, that's definitely like in the middle of it to where it like just creeps you out. I don't see how people could get over the fact that it's like, oh, I just got this fuck toy in the mail, and it's supposed to be like they
put heaters in them, or
they make there's like one from Germany that I've seen on My Strange Obsession, where there's one that has a heater in her, and she's like 125 pounds.
Good lord.
Yeah, she's like fucking heavy,
like a real body.
Yeah. Like it heats up to like 98.6 degrees.
That's fucked up, dude.
It's so fucking weird. Like what I'm waiting on is for them to like have the ability to become like moisture, like to sweat and shit.
Yeah.
Because you imagine people are out there that want that shit. Like if I just think about it and I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. There are people out there like,
but if
I hope they make a fuck toy that.
When you think about getting a piece of ass, you know what you're thinking about. Some fucking girl, you know, you're sweating, she's sweating.
Yeah.
Fucking room stinks.
I don't want a fucking doll that will just sit there and like. Pull out sweat. Like I don't want one of these fuck dolls in the first place because I'd much rather have a new car than a fuck doll.
Yeah.
But
that's so sad.
Yeah, I was looking around at all that shit, and I was on a fucking website this time, and they had this guy that was talking about getting a fleshlight, and it's like it's like getting one of those. It's like having a pet or something else that you promise to take care of.
Yeah.
He was like, you fucking feed it and wash it every day, and like it's like you fucking
don't feed it after midnight.
Yeah. You fucking wash out and take care of your fleshlight every day, and then eventually you just don't care about it anymore and just use it. You post a picture of his that was like all blown out and shit, had like a part of it ripped off. I'm like, how hard and lubeless do you have to be using this thing to rip it apart like that?
Just that's some sad shit.
Yeah.
You know, but hang on, there's a parallel. I want you to think about it. You think of a fleshlight, and you automatically think, what a sad, pathetic loser. You think of a fuck doll.
Yeah.
Sad, pathetic loser. Chicken a vibrator. What do you think?
Sad, pathetic loser. That's what you're supposed to think.
Well, of course you do, you know,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about general, most people, that's so hot.
Yeah.
You know? And really, isn't that a sad, pathetic loser?
It's exactly
thing?
on the same fucking...
Yeah.
Just because it's like across a different sex, it shouldn't just be for a different fucking...
Yeah, but I mean, there is a divide there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's that double standard.
There's porn. They sell porn of some chick just playing with herself. You know, the fucking goddamn 12-foot monster dick.
Oh,
but
God.
There ain't no porn of a dude fucking a goddamn chunk of latex.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually, there is.
I don't want to know.
There is.
I don't doubt it one fucking bit.
There is real doll porn.
Yeah.
So they're for people that don't like watching regular people.
They
porn.
can't afford the fucking
real doll,
real doll.
so they watch other people fuck them.
The guys that bought a car.
The guys that bought a car. Oh my God. Oh, that's a much better choice. it's like why would I want to pay $17,000 for something I could just just watch online for free everywhere?
And just think of the creepiness of that motherfucker just sitting and staring at you.
Oh, God.
Those unblinking eyes. It's like going into some old woman's house and she's got the China dolls everywhere.
You mean my grandma? Yeah, she's one of those doll collectors.
God.
I've had to, like, she has a room that she has all of her dolls in.
Yeah.
And
creepy.
Yeah, it's mostly Barbies in this room. And that's not even the bad part of the collection. The bad part of the collection is when you go into her master bathroom, and then up on a shelf she has like an entire collection of monthly gnome dolls.
Gnomes of the month.
Gnomes of the month. I
like
can't
fucking cheese of the month.
Yeah, I can't make this shit up. They're about like this tall, each one of them.
Yeah.
And they all like have a different representation.
But it's
like,
basically the same fucking doll.
Yeah.
The same doll.
They have like different faces and like different clothes and shit, but essentially they're all fucking gnome dolls.
Like trolls.
Yeah.
Remember?
Or the precious moment shit that you've fucking peddled all the time. They're so cute. So they got big heads.
Hummels.
So they got big heads and round eyes. To me that looks like anime.
Well, you know what used to creep me out about the dolls especially?
What?
The ones with a fucked up eye. You know, I remember when I was young, the girls would bring their dolls and shit to school, be playing and fussing with them, you know, and they rock them backward and the eyes closed.
Oh, yeah.
Sit it back up and the eyes open.
And there'd always be one that would, like, fucking twitch. Like, the ones that got a little bit older.
Yeah, its eye barely comes open,
yeah.
like, you know, the motherfucker's cockeyed or something, you know? It's like, congratulations, your doll is retarded. I
love you. What I don't understand is like that baby alive shit where you have to like feed it and like pisses and shits its pants.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why? Like,
oh, my sis. When we were young, she had this fucking doll. She still got it some damn where, and you had to put batteries and shit in it. And if you took the pacifier out of its fucking mouth,
it would cry.
It'd cry. It'd cry and cry and cry. She forgot. Like, lost the fucking pacifier. And then somebody kept screaming and screaming. Oh, my God. I mean, we come so close to just destroying it.
I can imagine your dad was about, like, a second away from giving him a Bane-style backbreaker over his knee. Just like, you want to cry, baby? And just...
Nah, you got something to cry about, you little shit. No, but... I remember... I went and, like, grabbed a bunch of my mom's curlers and shit. She had these plastic, weird-ass fucking curlers. And I broke a fucking piece off one. And just crammed it in that fucking doll's mouth.
Because it had a little sensor.
Yeah, it had a little a hole in its mouth. You're supposed to stick the thing in there and shut it up. And, hell, last time I saw it was a few years back. It still had that piece of plastic shoved in its mouth. Yeah.
Should have just fucking bound and gagged it.
Fucking took one apart one time.
Yeah?
Yeah. The voice boxes back then were like little records.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were little plastic records. No shit.
It's so...
It's old. They don't make shit like that no more. Thank God. Well, they probably do, but now I'm sure it's got MP3 players in it.
Yeah. Probably like upload or download your iTunes podcast to it, so every time the baby cries, it plays like some shitty Maroon 5 song.
God. I remember a kid one time, we were young, he had a Teddy Ruxpin. Or his sister. Somehow there was a Teddy Ruxpin over at his house, alright?
Fucking snooty as fuck right there.
Yeah, that shit was expensive back then,
Yeah.
you know? But I remember we put a fucking Ozzy tape in it.
Going up the ramps on a crazy train.
Yeah, fucking Bear's like doing his thing, you know?
Yeah.
It was entertaining for like 30 seconds.
I couldn't imagine like doing the stupidest thing ever and making a tape of MC Chris and put it in a Teddy Ruxpin. That'd actually fit though.
Yeah, it would.
MC Ruxpin.
Yeah. Don't give nobody any fucking ideas. You'll see it on fucking TV.
I hope so. They can pay all payments can go directly to Why We Can't Have Nice Things / Craptastic
Podcast.
Yeah,
yes.
Plastic-Craptastic Podcast.
Yeah.
I should actually explain like the plastic crap theory sometime on here.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I have a theory of things that people enjoy in their life, and it doesn't matter to anybody else except for them. And I call it their plastic crap.
Okay.
Plastic crap is stuff that really doesn't matter. It doesn't have anything to do or affect real life at all. It doesn't have any political pull. It's just pure entertainment to yourself.
Just meaningless drivel.
Just stuff that you can sit there, turn your mind off of, or even turn your brain on during and decide to enjoy more. My plastic crap, for anyone who thinks that 21-year-old wrestling fans are pathetic,
oh my God.
is professional wrestling. So professional wrestling, I think Star Wars and comic books have pretty much taken that over.
Well, yeah, I mean Star Wars, man, you know.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I don't want to get into Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
We've already recorded almost an hour and 10 minutes, and we haven't delved into Star Wars, and we're gonna need an entire 80 minutes to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, now of course we got to back up because that was the intro where you're going to talk about plastic, what it meant, and you just referenced an hour and a half that ain't going to be on the fucking tape.
Oh God. Do over again. There's probably gonna be a lot of do-overs.
Oh, there's gonna be lots of do-overs.
Yeah, a lot of.
So I don't even know if anything of this is really gonna be usable.
I don't know. You just cut sections of it out and just be like, all right, this conversation kind of lead in this one, and this one lead in that one.
All right. So wait for the fucking rednecks to pass by. I think it's mandatory that all rednecks have a truck. I mean, really, it is. It's written somewhere, and I don't know where.
Yeah, how do you explain my dad, then, who's like the least redneck person I can find, but yet owns 2 trucks?
Yeah, but he doesn't own one that's like jacked 14 foot in the air with camo all over it.
True.
Duck heads all over the son of a bitch.
Oh, God. Or those fucking dumbass, skull outlines of the deer.
Yeah, exactly. Or Calvin pissing on something.
Yeah. Oh, God, that is the most white trash thing that you can never possibly think of.
No, the Garfield. Do you remember the Garfield hanging in the back windows?
I had one of those when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Like with the suction cups?
And
you admit this in public?
I admit this in public because it was a very 90s thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember always, the taste of the suction cups, when you lick them and try to stick them to something, it had, a very weird taste.
It's the plastic garbage coming out of it.
Yeah. So I was maybe that's why I was so slow as a kid, because I was constantly licking suction cups.
He's licking Garfield. So tell us about you licking Garfield's suction cups.
Well, being the fucking little fat kid of the 90s that I am, I remember very plainly my dad having, at the time, what I thought was a shitty red car, which was probably an alright red car. But the reason why I thought it was shitty is because it got stuck in my aunt's lawn one day, and we had to sit for 30 minutes to try to get it out.
And that automatically made it shitty.
In my childlike mind, that made it a shitty car. Because I was fucking 4 or 5.
It's supposed to be like a go-bot and just fucking stand up, step out of the mud hole,
yeah,
put itself back together.
It's why won't it just fucking move? It's a little hole about like that. Why won't it get the fuck out of the hole? That's what I could never understand. But anyway.
They're yelling at it. How dare you get stuck?
With my Garfield in hand. But I remember for some reason, there was this Garfield in the back seat. I don't know where it fucking came from, or if it was like second hand or whatever, like secondhand lickable fucking Garfield.
Secondhand? You're licking on a secondhand Garfield.
But I always had these dart guns when I was little.
Yeah.
And of course, you like lick the dart, stick it in the gun, fire it.
You had the ones though with the plastic. The whole thing was that soft rubber, right?
Yeah.
Oh, lousy shit. That crap come out whenever like later in my childhood. It used to be the ones with a suction cup and it had a hard plastic fucking rod behind it.
Nope.
So you pull the suction cup off the end of it. You could like whack the fuck out of people with it.
That's probably why they did it. Because they were like little shits. They're gonna fucking rip off the little end of it.
Oh yeah, trust me. You catch one of the little plastic rods to the nut. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're down.
But anyway, I remember it. I guess it had been left out in the sun for too long, and the cups had started to yellow. So like, I still fucking idiotic me.
Imagine that fucking fat kid's putting shit in his fucking mouth.
Fat kid's putting shit in his mouth. And fucking stuck him to the window. And I remember, like, my mom and dad were always getting on my ass. Take that thing off there. I was like, oh, man.
But it's supposed to go there.
And I remember it was always the most satisfying feeling when you pulled off suction cups.
Yeah.
Right the fuck off there. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my sister had a stuffed little Garfield, whenever she was a kid. Back whenever Garfield was big shit. They made all the cartoons and used to come on like, fucking Saturdays and shit. Yeah, well, hell, that's a good place to quit.
We recorded quite a bit.